In the trailer of Godzilla and Kong The New Empire, we saw quite a few different titans and monsters. Of course, we also got a chance to see Kong again, Godzilla again, the Scar King more clearly, a tribe or an army of tens to hundreds of Kongs, and one particular ape that has caught the attention of many. This is the Mini Kong, which was seen as an ape toddler with red fur, yet it was gigantic in size. But this isn't the first time we have seen a young ape titan. The first was of course Kong as a young adolescent in Skull Island back in the 1970s. So here in this video, we will compare these two, the Mini Kong and the adolescent Kong. Their sizes, age, different features, as well as their habitat they grew in to get to the bottom of it all. Let's get to it. Let's take a look firstly at their designs and features. Here in the Monsterverse, Kong diverges away from the 2005 version by being upright and more human-like in posture. He has way longer arms as compared to his legs, which gives him a distinct outlook or a silhouette. Kong has a muscular physique with defined abs and large biceps. Kong's fur is a light brown color and covers the majority of his body except for his face, his chest, his belly, hands and feet. His skin is dark grey in color and he has large scars running across his chest, and his face resembles that of a mature gorilla. The Mini Kong, however, while also bearing a similar body posture, has even longer arms as compared to the 2017 Kong. He has orange-red fur that covers his body except for the face, hands and feet, and his skin color is dark grey. The difference here is that the fur also covers the chest and the belly, unlike Kong, which has no fur in that part of the body. The face of Mini Kong seems to be more monkey-like, or rather more baby-like, with the eyes especially being huge relative to the face, which shows his young age. Now let's discuss their sizes and compare them to one another. The adolescent Kong that was seen in 2017, well, the movie Skull Island, was stated to be 104 feet or almost 32 meters in height. He was 3 times taller than the tallest extinct dinosaur, the Brachiosaurus or Dreadnoughtus. That puts him as tall as a 10-story building. The Mini Kong as seen in GXK The New Empire trailer is also gigantic, even though he doesn't seem like it in the trailer. In one of the scenes in the trailer, we see him and Kong along with many other Kongs in the Hollow Earth in that volcanic region before being confronted by the Scar King. Right here, we get to witness him being nearby Kong, who as an adult is roughly 337 feet or 103 meters tall. Now by mind cube magic, we can crop out the Mini Kong and paste him right beside the main Kong to get a size estimation. Kong here looks to be 2.5 times taller, therefore that makes the Mini Kong 40% the height of Kong, which puts him at roughly 130 to 140 feet or 40 to 42 meters tall. Therefore, he is taller than the adolescent Kong of 2017, outsizing him by 9 meters or 30 feet. Okay, so with these differences stated out, let's discuss both of these Kongs' age and their growth rate. So we know that Kong was the last surviving member of his species in Skull Island. He was born sometime in the late 1800s or the early 1900s, because when he was first encountered in 1945 by Gunpei Ikari and Hank Marlowe, he was already bigger than any animal they had ever seen. And yeah, he was stated to be a young adolescent by the time of the events of Skull Island, which is chronologically in the 1970s, 1973. He then got a growth boost and grew to be the titan he is now 50 years later. This Mini Kong, however, doesn't seem to look like an adolescent or a young adult. He appears to be a little kid, more than a toddler but less than a preteen by our human standards, somewhere in the 8 to 10 year old range as by us. But these are titans. This ape could very well be decades old and still look like a baby. Now what could be the reason as to why this pre-adolescent Mini Kong is taller than a young adolescent Kong of Skull Island? As far as I can think of, there are 3 probable factors that would influence this difference in size between the two. Firstly, individualness, meaning that just like us humans, there are some which grow faster than others, while there are some which are taller or shorter than others. Some who hit puberty at a younger age, while others who have a late onset of puberty. So Mini Kong could just be an oversized individual, while Kong, on the other hand, could be one of the runs of the litter. Come on, we all know a tall and a short kid in school, right? That could very well be one of the factors. The second reason is that he is of a different species or a subspecies of Kong. He might be an offspring of the Scar King or a hybrid, one that came out of a union between the red villain and a female Kong from the bunch. He might possess what biologists say a hybrid vigor, meaning an enhanced trait that shows up in the offspring of two different races or subspecies, like a liger, which is way bigger than both its parents, a male lion and a female tiger. That could also be it. While the third factor could be the hollow earth radiation, which is theorized to be the reason as to why these super species only develop in this part of the planet and not on the surface. While Kong, who already has Titan DNA, would grow only as much as he is genetically programmed to grow, this mini Kong, however, might get a boost from the hollow earth radiation, and that is the third and final factor. So it could be one of these, or a combination of two or even all three factors together. Now the final question, how big will this mini Kong grow? So even as a young ape, he is around 140 feet in height. Imagine when he hits puberty and goes through the adolescent changes and becomes an adult. Whoa! If he follows the growth rate of Kong, he might as well grow to be 150 meters or 500 feet in height, or even bigger. But that would be just over the top. But if this happens, he would be bigger than most titans, bigger than Godzilla, and almost as tall as Monster Zero at its prime. So yeah, this is one thing that we should think of quite often, maybe before sleep. So if you like this video, then check this other one as well, and if you want to see other monster content, then check out our channel. We might have things, especially from the Monsterverse, that you haven't seen before. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care, fam.